take it now, no, you're never gonna break me. I'ma stay.
Good morning, fit people, and finally we approach to legs training. And legs is really important. It might be more important than you think so. I saw a lot of guys who have like a quite good muscle up, like look strong shoulders and arms, but very skinny legs. And legs, like it's really important not only in bodybuilding or in any other kind of sports. For athletic gymnastics, if you do like boxing or wrestling, whatever, mostly you do everything on your legs, and legs supposed to be strong enough. Additionally, in a bodybuilding, it's really important because it's a really big group of muscles, and it's increase your blood circulation and also boost your hormone system. So legs training at least once a week, I think it's essential. So legs training at least once a week you need to do if you want to gain weight. And of course, legs, it's what make you run fast, jump, I don't know, lift the goal and whatever. So, in my opinion, legs is even more important than like strong arms, because it gives you ability for run. 1,000 years ago, from danger, jump, climb, go up on a hill and so on, lift the girl up. Yeah, if you want to make a girl to feel really special, like fly in the skies, just lift her up. That's it, it's so simple. But you have to be able at least lift 50-60 kilo, so it's like average weight for like girl with a good shape. Let's say, it depends from height, like 50-60 kilo, let's say, yeah. So okay, let's talk and I'll show you basic exercises for the legs. So we're starting with the squats. Squats, I think, is most important. It's also on the back and your legs as well. But before we do squats, I'll show you a couple of techniques from powerlifting. It's what increase your ability for working with a bigger weights and also prevent the injury. So if you do exercises right, you can get like way quicker progression, and you can increase the weight, and also you can make your legs stronger in a shorter period of time. So basically, if you're a beginner, don't run for a big weight straight away, just walk with small weights. And if you see some progress, just slowly, just edit it, don't worry, in months you'll get some result. So let's take a bar. I think main mistake people do with the squats, they take big weight and just go down a little bit and going up. Yeah, if you take it too big weight, like 3 times more than weight of your body, so yeah, you go like 90 degrees or maybe a bit lower than 90 degrees and going up, so be careful with your knees. But otherwise, the slower you go, it's better. You stretch your muscles and all of the muscles will work. Yeah, in squats, especially your butt, it's the biggest part of muscles if you don't know, and it's something that gives you power. Same like in boxing or wrestling, you do like really deep squats for have this kind of potential, lift someone or have the ability, have a lot of power. So the slower you go, it's better. So basically, traditional techniques, you put your feet approximately on the same line of shoulder, and your feet stay parallel, and you go down, you go up. But basically, just try to find the position what's more comfortable for you. Maybe you will feel more comfortable if you put your legs a bit wider, yeah? Or maybe your feet will be not exactly parallel, maybe you make some small angles. Maybe you will feel much comfortable in this position, just try it, yeah? And if you're okay with that, it's cool. Additionally, you can stretch your legs, you can put your legs wider and stretch it. So you don't need to do any weights, just try to go up and down just for stretching your muscles. Also prevent injury, and it will make your squats more easily, because some people, they're so unflexible, they're even difficult for roll down in this position. And yeah, I even saw people who cannot do squats, they're really bad in balancing, they lose balance and then they go down. So some exercises before the squat, it might be useful as well. Okay, let's take your bars into bar. It's like best what you can use for squats. So, where you put it on the shoulders, if it's really small way, you can put it higher. Like if you feel fine with that, no problem, you can do the squat. But basically, it's more comfortable and I suggest you put it lower, somewhere here. Because if you put like 100, 150 kilo, or I don't know, even 60, if it will be quite difficult for you. And it's when you put it lower, it helps you to keep your back straight. It's really important. So always you're supposed to keep your back straight. Otherwise, if you bend it, you might get an injury. It's really helpful in this exercise and many other exercises. Just look up. Because when you look up, it's automatically keep you bend your back and keep it straight. Same like everywhere else, we're going down slow, negative position, and go up quick. And also very important is breathing. So we inhale when going down, and powerful exhale when going up. Very simple, nothing complicated, but still for some of people it might be quite difficult to go all the way down and up. And I suggest you to do some exercises from powerlifting, so it will help you work with bigger weights and make yourself stronger, also help you with the balancing, so you can increase your result in a shorter time. So you can take some bar, it's Olympic one, like 20 kilo, you can take smaller if it's too heavy. Check what is comfortable for you. So you need to raise your arm up and make a squat in this position. So if it's too narrow, just try to take it wider. If you're not flexible, if it's okay, you can take more narrow and do the squats. So when you're going down, you put your arms a bit back, and also to teach you to make a squat with a straight back. So first of all, it feels really uncomfortable, but first training, or at least warm up, you can do with the exercises like help you to do the squat. And when you're okay with that, you can add like 5-10 kilo, check how it works for you. If it works well, you can add more, like 20 kilo or so, and you can make a squat with 50-60 kilo. And if it's fine, you can balance it well, you can go up, down, it feels well. After in a classical position, this will help. In a classical position, it will be way more easy for you. So it's very important when you put some weight and you're going down, you bend yourself. Very important for keep your back straight and you're going up. About the Smith machine, squatting on this Smith machine. So if you decide to do squats on the Smith machine, you can do with the small weights when you cannot do any more squats with the bar. You're like really tired, your legs is pumped up. You can do some extra, get extra pump with small weight. You can do it years, lifting like 100 to 100 kilo, no problem, but still you can get an injury because everything is fixed and you make a squat in a little bit uncomfortable position for your joints, yeah, because everything is fixed. But when you're working with a free weight, what I'll tell you again, it's the best for make yourself stronger and more fit. and gain your muscles. You have a big ability to move to different sides and your back and your knees as well. So working with the free weights, it's way more better and safe for your joints. If you take something really heavy, you need a partner who will look after you and just check you do exercises right and you go up and you injure yourself. Because the most difficult part is down when you go down. So from this position, moving up, you need like maximum power. And maybe from 90 degrees, it's way more easy. And another exercise, it's also a bit uncomfortable. It's way easier than you do it with your arms up. Same thing you can do with the dumbbells. It feels even more complicated because it's wobbling a bit more, but still it's really useful. So when you do some trainings on a technique for squats, let's say a few trainings, and you balance in okay, and you start to feel comfortable in that position, after classical squats, it feels for you like way more easy. And of course, small demonstration. So the same thing with the bar. And with the dumbbells, it's balancing more difficult with the bar. Yeah, with dumbbells, balancing way more difficult than when using the bar. But principle is the same, just more shaky, but still it's better for you. Still you can do like 10-12 times, it's quite okay. So it teaches you to keep your back always straight and also for balancing. So you'll feel yourself way more comfortable in this position. So you can add some weight, I don't know, like, okay, let's put some. First of all, you can do it without any weights, just feel how it, check just how it feels like, and after you can add a bit more and a bit more. And even if you're not a beginner, I suggest always to use a belt, because when you're working with the weights like squats or deadlift or anything else, you push your inner organ out, yeah, so much better for that it up and keep it inside for have a nice shape of belly. But now we're working with like small weights just for give you demonstration, so I don't put any. But when I work with heavy weights, I always try to put a belt on for keep your waist like quite small, because all the time when you push it up, you stretch your belly, you push your inner organs out, and it stretch your diaphragm in one position. So we try to put it back. And about diaphragm, I'll explain you more in other video how to train and keep it in the right position and make it always looks really fit. Yeah. And about diaphragm, everything you need to know how to keep your flat belly and so on, I explain in another video. Nothing complicated. So first try to do it without any weights. So you take it from the back side and same, you try to make a squat. The same thing, you try to balance in with not really comfortable position. And also it trains you to keep your back always straight and train you to keep your knees in the right position for not moving too much different sides. So nothing complicated, just lift it this way. So try to do it with a small weight, and after you can add a bit more and add a bit more and see how it feels like. So if you feel quite confident in that, it will be way more easy to do like a classical squats for you later on. Don't forget, always be mindful, focus it on what you're doing, and focus what muscle works, how it works when you do squats. It's mostly like actually all of the muscle works well with the squats, especially back and your butt. Yeah. So you can split your training. Let's say 1 week do the front part of legs, and next week you can do the back part. So you need to focus it, what part of legs is working, how your muscle is working, what's tight more, what's pumped more. So you will understand you do exercise right or not, and how it works for you. So I'll demonstrate another really classical squat. It works more in the front part. It's nothing complicated as well. So we'll put it here. So if we don't have some machine, you can use like anything else you can see around. So basically you just cross your arms and put bar on the top of your arms and you make a squat in this position. But because all the weight is on the front part, it's make your front part of legs work much more than other part of muscle. So you can take it here, and maybe you can just check a bit with your fingers. Nothing complicated. So try to work with the small weights, and after you get in more and see how it works. Same principle, keep your back straight, go down slower, go up quicker, and check your knees. Try to not move it different sides. So try not to move it too much different sides or prevent your injuries, but still working with free weights. If you go into some way, look like uncomfortably, you can move somewhere. Okay, about working on a Smith machine, so same as I said before, you can finish your exercises after a sets you down with the squats. You can do a bit more for extra pump on a Smith machine or another machine, depending what part of muscle you work on, the front or back one. Yeah. So same front side, you can do the leg press machine. I don't know, some guys do it like with 500-600 kilograms, no problem. I do it for years and I feel fine. But still, I read a lot of articles. It's still fixed and still unnatural position for your knees, and it's possible to get injuries. So just be really mindful when you do exercises. Just concentrate on your feelings. As you feel something not right or some pain or something, just stop doing it or just take a less way or something. So it might be a signal you might get the injury or so. So for front part, it's quite simple. So one training you can do, you can more focus on the front part, and another training you can focus more on the back part, and so on. So I will show you some really classical exercises on the back biceps of your leg you can do. I don't know, you can put like 50, 60 kilos, 70, just increase it each set and check how it feels like. So your legs approximately on the same wide as the shoulders, keep it parallel and keep your back straight. And you go down as low as possible, if it's weight, it's not too much, and going up. So always go down slower, we stretch our muscles and going up. So each set you can add like 10-20 kilo, check how it works for you. And don't forget about powerful exercise. So also it's lower part of back, work here very well. But when you go down, keep your legs straight, depend how flexible you are. Some guys, they go maybe just 90 degrees, they cannot go lower. If you can go lower, just put yourself a bit lower as you can and go up. So stretch this part of muscle, and when you're stretching and lifting, it's make like quite nice pump. Another really classical one we can do with dumbbells, we can do with bar, so it's really up to you. If you have really limited space, you can do it one by one. How wide? Check how it's comfortable and concentrate how muscles works. So basically, if your knee will be on a level with your heel, it's fine. If you want, you can make the exercise more complicated. You can put your dumbbells up and do the same. Here you need to more focus on balance, so this way make it way more complicated. Absolutely the same you can do with bar. So if it's too heavy, you can put it here. If it's not heavy, you can practice with your balance. You can do the same, all the same principle. Or you can walk it. Make like 10-20 steps. And if you feel like really exhausted, really tired, you're already shaking, yeah, you can take some small weight and do a couple of extra sets on the Smith machine. And on the next day, for sure, you will feel amazing with this part of muscles. So if your back is in pain, your legs in pain, you're completely pumped, I think it's time to go to the machine and do a bit more with the machines. For the girls, of course, if you want to grow with muscles instead of fat and make a nice shape, especially back, it's better to work with a bigger weight as possible, depending how much you can lift, like 50-60 kilo and so. But still, for have a nice pump, you can take a small weight, like small dumbbells, and do the same stuff. So it works very well, like for men and for women. But for the girls, for example, if you need to carry something like 100 to 100 kilo, you can take some dumbbells and do squats with the dumbbells. Same principle, back straight, so you can look up. It's helping you for bend the back in the opposite direction. Same, we're going down slower and go up quicker. You don't have two small dumbbells, and you have only one, but quite big. Same thing you can do with the one. So try to get lower as possible. So basically you can create in your mind a lot of different extra exercises. It depends what equipment you have around. So at least general principle, how your body works, how it moves, we can adapt for certain exercises. So you have, if you zip line and you work on the back muscles, you want to get pump, just put it up there. If you don't have any kind of equipment, still I'll use this one. Still can use dumbbells. So you have like quite big arsenal of exercises what you're doing. It's only imagination. But still in the next videos I try to show as more example as possible, so you always will have an idea what you can do. Of course, for most of guys, kind of exercises feels like really light. So we like to work with the big weights. get like nice shape quicker as possible. But for girls, it's made quite good effect even with working with light weights. The girls don't need to have like super big muscles, just burn fat a bit and pump to a nice shape. So even working with the small weights in curl, it's give you quite nice effect.
I've been like rolling and loving myself. I've been like going and praising the club. I keep on going, they see me come up. I keep on showing them all in love. Nobody knowing just how we came up. If we keep going, we're blowing it up. We keep on rolling, it's never enough. We in the zone, yeah, they falling for us.
After good squats, even simple raise the legs, it feels so difficult, especially when you pump up. So for finish training, you do some ups, but if we train in legs, better do some ups using the legs. If it's feel too light for you can add some weight like 10, 15 kilo, 20 kilo. And can do some with weights. It depends how many times you can do. If you cannot do a lot, you can do like 10 times with weights, 10 without. Or one set like 20, 30 times with weights, the next set without. Depends how it's feel like. So always trust your feelings. Basically, in the most of gyms, all machines is quite similar, but if you see some machine the first time, just read the instruction how to use it. If it's no instruction, don't hesitate for someone help, just for not look funny on it. So basically in this case, we adjusted for how tall you are, will be comfortable. You can try one set. If it's not comfortable, you can put it like wider or shorter or longer, whatever. We fixed our legs and even our leg biceps. Same. We push it quick and on negative fast we go very slowly. Same machine. We can turn to work in the opposite direction. And all those machines I never do. I don't know, after good squats, you still feel your legs are so pumped. So as soon as it will be a bit bigger, it will be even not comfortable for walk. So I stopped myself on this one. But for some girls, especially with the skinny legs, no problem, you can do any of it. So if you done like 6 sets of squats and after you do 3-4 extra on the machine, even with a small weight, it feels really good. I would say it feels fantastic.
Cold inside, give all I have just to feel alive. I fight to live, I fight to strive. One day I'll have what I want. I want the whole world in the palm of my hand. I got a plan, I'm the man. Now I'm teaching the game, a veteran, better than anybody else who tests me. I'm ready, looking at my hand and it's steady. I'm trending, ascending and blending, lyrical bending. Now I'm spreading and getting my name out now. Yeah, they hearing me laugh. All the crowds repping the sound. I'm hitting the ground running, up and coming, ain't nothing. Yeah, rookie of the year, I'ma keep it 100. Cold-blooded, no budget, from nothing to something. I ain't bluffing, I got a full hand and a full plan. I ain't gonna stop till I'm at the top, man. Every single drop got me feeling awesome. I'm about to pop, started from the bottom, yeah. I wanna live, I'm cold inside. Give all I have just to feel alive. I fight to live, I fight to strive. One day I'll have what I want in life.